Today I am excited because we're going to have a great conversation with three dynamic business leaders and partners who are running their regions and providing much needed resources to their business owners and constituents. They represent the East, the West, and the South portions of the country collectively. And honestly, when I think about them, as I was thinking of the conversation that we would have, the Beyonce song comes to my mind, Who Runs the World, Girls? Now, clearly I'm not a songwriter and I'm not a singer either, but I definitely can chant that in my mind when I think about these powerhouse women here. So, ladies, I thank you. And audience, please welcome Sandra Everhart, Fela Meyer, and Marquita Thomas. Ladies, I know each of you very intimately and have known you for a very, very long time. I know you provide business certification amongst other resources, but to put this conversation in context for those who are not familiar, can each of you please tell us about your organizations, the territory you cover, and can business owners who are not, quote unquote, from your area, but are doing business in your area, can they engage with your organization? Sandra, I'm going to start with you.
Oh, thank you, Candace. Now you have that Beyonce song running through my mind, and I either am a singer. So WIPP President's educational organization, fondly known as WPEO, is part of the WeBank National Network. There are 14 regional partners. Each partner, which you may not know, is an independent 501c3, and each has missions and goals to support their local territory by processing certifications, as Candace mentioned, but also to bring other support to women business owners who need development, growth, and ultimately, we want you to succeed. Together, we serve more than 16,000 women-owned businesses, and that's the sum of the parts of the 14 parts across the nation. WPEO New York and WPEO DC are two of the 14 regional partners. The New York territory, with about 1,500 certified businesses, covers all of New York State, northern New Jersey through Trenton, and southern Connecticut through New Haven. The DC territory, with about 800 certified business owners, covers Maryland, all of DC, and all of Virginia. So, we welcome and encourage participation from everybody who's on this call, whether you're from our territory or not. Our goal is to help all women business owners. We deliver programming now virtually, but soon we'll be back in person. And making connections for you, which is one of our goals. Access, awareness, and approval are our three goals. You can find tools, resources, information, and connections of everything that we have to offer on our website at wpeo.us.
Ms. Fela Meyer, how about you?
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be on this today. And I love going behind Sandra because it makes my job so much easier. We are part of the national network together. And so, being another WeBank regional partner organization, a lot of our organizational similarities Sandra has already talked about. What differs for us, though, is obviously our footprints, and there are 14 partners. So WeBank South specifically covers the Southern Territory. That is Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, and the Florida Panhandle. And so what you'll find is throughout our WeBank network, there are partner organizations whose territories touch, and so we cover the entire United States. Our programming is very similar in terms of certifying women-owned businesses. And, again, not to repeat what Sandra said, but there are certain things that differ in terms of some of our program offerings. And so, I encourage everyone, particularly to, certainly look at the WBE certification. which can be obtained in your territory or wherever you're located, because it is a national certification and it affords you so many of opportunities through this national network. And locally, then you can also receive services and specific programs that are more regional in nature. So we are very happy in our southern region to represent the 5 states that we do. We have, close to 1,000 WBEs in that territory and are certifying every month, new WBEs who are coming into our community. So we welcome everyone. You do not have to be WIPP Excel certified in order to participate in our programs. And like Sandra said, our programs and our resources are all accessible through our website, and you can access that online at wippexsouth.org.
So now I'm going to turn my attention to my LA friend, who is just works. She is literally, I think, one of the hardest working women on the West Coast, and certainly I would venture to say in the country. Marquita, I'm going to let you take it away for us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Candace. First, I just want to say how honored I am to be a part of the conversation, and thank you, Candace, for the invitation. Again, my name is Marquita Thomas, and my pronouns are she, her, hers. The Los Angeles LGBTQ Chamber of Commerce is celebrating its 41st year and covers the entire Los Angeles area footprint. We're an affiliate partner chamber of the National LGBTQ Chamber of Commerce, and we provide technical assistance, legislative advocacy, LGBTBE certification support, and networking and marketing opportunities for both LGBTQ and allied business owners. We welcome all business owners. So business owners not located in Los Angeles but looking to do business in Los Angeles will benefit from our marketing opportunities, as well as our procurement series on how to get certified and do business with both the city and the county of Los Angeles. And we actually encourage business owners from outside our geographic footprint to become members. And we have an LGBTQ affiliate chamber member price to encourage more engagement from business owners, particularly in the Pacific region. And we also welcome anyone who does not identify as LGBTQ, because all of our certification trainings also include information on how to get certified as a woman, minority, veteran, disabled, or disadvantaged business owner. And we partner with the organizations that provide these certifications, including, of course, WeBank, and for us, more specifically, WeBank West. Additionally, business owners, both LGBTQ and allied, benefit from aligning with the LAGLCC because we weigh in and support state and federal measures that benefit small businesses, and we influence the conversations on how there can be more inclusion in corporate and municipal supply chains. So anyone who is interested in finding out more about the LAGLCC can find us at laglcc.org.
Thela, I'm going to ask you, I know quite a few things that you all have done, but I consider you one of the leaders who is really innovative and not afraid of anything, in my opinion, to try it and see if it works. But it always works with you. Like, I just think you have the Midas touch. And so can you talk to us about some of the things that, or ways that the current environment has had you to service your members differently?
Sure, absolutely. Well, I think organizations like ours, when this pandemic first, hit the way it did, and people's businesses were interrupted the way they were in their professional lives, we became, first of all, very reactionary, but in a good way, in that we were as a resource. We were a source of information. Information was changing every day, and it still is. Things were being put out by the federal government, by state governments. And so there was a lot of information to process, and I think we became filters for a lot of that information. We became connectors to other resources that were out there for businesses who were hit by this, challenge in front of them that most did not, really understand or know how to respond to. And so I think that as time has gone by, even though the environment we're in still changes, that our organizations have become more proactive instead of in terms of trying to figure out how we program and best connect our suppliers, because we have to get back down to business. And we know that, with the economy being as fragile as it is right now, with people still in these, kind of business limbo states, regardless of where you are in the country, that our role right now is to find the best way to cut to the chase and connect people with business opportunities. So for us, we've done much of the same things that many of the other organizations have done in terms of virtual programming and business development sessions, things like that. But we had a specific platform that we had put into play about 2 years ago that we were using mostly from an internal standpoint to help with our matchmakers. And it's called the WB Marketplace, which is the Women's Business Marketplace. And the WB Marketplace actually served us very well in this particular crisis because it allowed us a platform that housed all of our WBEs with their online capability statements in one place. They were searchable by NAICS code, they're searchable by description, so they can be found very easily by not just corporations, but by consumers and anyone looking to act intentionally and buy woman-owned. And so, this marketplace allowed us to then launch our first virtual matchmaker that we use called Meet Her in the Marketplace. And Meet Her in the Marketplace is now something that we're using not just to connect corporate buyers with suppliers, government buyers with suppliers, but more importantly, it allows WBEs to connect to each other because they're easily able to search each other and do business with each other.
We are down to about 3 minutes, and I just want to ask each of you for the last pieces of the nuggets of wisdom in a high-level 50,000 viewpoint. What do you think businesses should be focused on in this environment? It can be one word or a few words, but just tell us high level, what do you think they should be focused on? Fela, I'll go to you.
I can tell you in one word, and that is communicate, and really over communicate. And that is, what I mean by that is stay in contact. And, we are all being inundated with Zoom calls and a lot of information, but it is so important in this time that we're in. And with the economy, again, so uncertain as we move into the future, to stay in connection with your existing customers, to still look for potential customers and prospective customers, and work your networks. So communicate, communicate, communicate. Let people know what you're doing, let people know what you have to offer, and take advantage of the resources that are out and around you through the organizations that you're connected with, because we need to leverage each other and the information that we have more than ever.
Awesome. Communicate, connect. Marquita, I'm going to go to you quickly.
I could not agree more. Absolutely. Communicating with customers. If I were to add to that, I would just say learn new skills, create strategic alliances, focus on learning new technologies that'll make existing in this virtual realm a little bit easier, focusing on innovation, both in the future of their business and how they communicate with their customers. But even if you forget all of that, I would just say stay connected to the organizations like the ones on this call, because our mission is to be a resource, and we are committed to seeing your business thrive in the future.
Absolutely. And Sandra, bring it home for us.
So I had a couple of things, one of which, of course, was stay connected, because now is not the time to try and make it on your own. But the other term that I love, a good friend of mine always uses, is to stay woke. As we have WIPP advocating for us on the Hill, they send out notices to let us know what we need to be focused on, what we need to be impactful about, and we need to stay woke so that we can be aware of what is impacting your business and that we can have a part in what is impacting your business. And then if you get invited to the conversation, if you get invited to the table, go, talk, grow, and then lead us all.